In fact versus opinion, in previous video, we discussed about vitamin D. Here, let us recapitulate what we spoke about vitamin D, and we are going to find out in this video what is the evidence available to give vitamin D as a supplement. So, vitamin D is also called as bone vitamin because it helps in the regulation of phosphate and calcium. Both are the building block of your bone. So basically vitamin D is a bone integrity hormone. So the integrity of the bone, the strength of the bone depends upon the vitamin D in your body. So if there is a deficiency, if the deficiency happens in a younger age group or in the children, it may cause which may cause a disease called rickets. If it happens in the adult or elderly, it may cause a disease called osteomalacia. Both these rickets and osteomalacia leads to softening of the bone and make the bone fracture chances high. So the increased prevalence of fracture is very high in these two group of patients, rickets and osteomalacia. However, can we supplement vitamin D for this group of patients? Yes, of course. If you have vitamin D deficiency, supplementation would be a good option. But all people who are healthy don't require supplements because this vitamin D is naturally present in food in the normal diet. The only concern is not all the diet has vitamin D. The number of diet which has high vitamin D are very less. For example, vitamin D is very high in milk, in egg yolk, cheese, in the fruit, orange juice and cereals. And these are all the food which have high content of vitamin D. And second is exposure to sun. When you expose yourself to sun, it has ultraviolet ray, and this ultraviolet ray can able to stimulate the production of vitamin D in your skin. And in fact, this is an inactive component. To convert this into active component, it has to pass through either your liver or it has to pass through your kidney. If it passed through your liver, it converted into 25 hydroxy vitamin D. So this 25 hydroxy vitamin D is very important because vitamin D assay, or if I want to measure the vitamin D in your blood, it is measured as 25 hydroxy vitamin D. If it passes through the kidney, it is going to convert it into 125 hydroxy vitamin D. Second is if you want to give a supplement. So if you need a supplement, then vitamin D is given as D2 or D3. D2 is a plant component and D3 is an animal component. So these two supplement is given if there is a deficiency of vitamin proven if they taken in the blood and the level is low. So in the level, vitamin D is measured as 25 hydroxy vitamin D, which I have mentioned earlier. If it is less than 12, it considered to be highly deficient. Deficiency is very high. You need to supplement. If it is less than 20, still it is not sufficient. So it is better to maintain the level of vitamin D in your blood between 20 to 40. Same time, if it goes more than 70, that is also is very high. It's called vitamin D toxicity. Now, the relationship between vitamin D and bone health is well established. If you don't take vitamin D adequately or if your blood level is too low, then it may cause us rickets or osteomalacia. If you supplement this vitamin, then this rickets and osteomalacia, which is due to vitamin deficiency, can be reversed. Well, the question is not about the vitamin D and bone. It is well established beyond any doubt. But basically, now vitamin D is considered to be a vitamin which is given as a supplement in a large group of patients or in healthy individual. The reason is why vitamin D is being given as a supplement is it's because of other reason beyond bone health. There are some studies or anecdotal report or some non-randomized trial or observational trial have shown or linked low vitamin D level in your blood is linked with your cause of heart attack, stroke, death because of cardiovascular disease, increase your incidence of getting cancer and death because of cancer, and also the chances of your cancer spreading, metastasis. All these are linked to vitamin D, and if you take vitamin D, they proposed or there is a hypothesis to show this can recover all this problem. This makes vitamin D as a hero, because if you have a vitamin to be taken and can able to prevent your death, it will really very good. So it should be taken. So this is what makes this vitamin D as a very important component and is being prescribed everywhere. Now let us look at the data to support whether vitamin D has all this effect which is beyond hope. Initially, there are many trials which shows if you have low level of vitamin D in your blood, then your chances of death because of cancer and chances of death because of cardiovascular disease is very high. Now, if you look at the link, it shows low level is linked to higher incidence of cancer. Now, whenever you do a study, it should be a closed loop. Now, there is a link between low vitamin D and death because of cancer and because of cardiovascular disease. Now, the loop will be completed only when you give a supplement and you increase the vitamin D in your level, then your cancer risk and your death because of cancer, death because of your heart disease, heart attack should come down. If it is proven beyond doubt, then there is an evidence to show that vitamin D can be supplemented to these conditions which we have discussed now. To prove this, there is a randomized trial is required. Now, there is another way of looking at it, which is called the incidental finding. Now, let me put a hypothesis in such a way. Yes, you do have people with low level of vitamin D, in fact, lead to higher risk of cardiovascular death. Now, the reason I can explain is if you think vitamin most of the time is got from the sun, which is you expose yourself to the sun radiation, ultraviolet radiation. Now, if you have low vitamin level, then there is a chance these people would have less exposed to the sun. If they are less exposed to the sun, it means they are doing less activity outdoor. If they are doing less activity outdoor, it indirectly means they are not doing any exercise. Now, exercise is already linked to cardiovascular disease. So I can propose an hypothesis that low level of vitamin D leading to cardiovascular disease is only an incidental finding. The real fact is these guys are not doing exercise outside, because of that low level of vitamin D is detected in the blood. But the reason is getting high cardiovascular disease is because of this lack of exercise. Now this is just an hypothesis. So it doesn't prove anything. So that's why I am insisting, whenever there is a data of relationship, there should be a larger randomized trial able to confirm the result. So this is what they did by a trial called VITAL trial. This is vitamin D omega-3 fatty acid trial. In that, more than 25,000 people as recruited, and they are divided into two groups, and one group was given your vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acid, and second group is given a placebo. So they followed up to 5 years and they looked at the incidence of cardiovascular disease, death because of heart attack, death because of stroke, death because of cancer, and specific cancer like prostate cancer, breast cancer and colorectal cancer. These are all the cancers previous studies have shown that link to vitamin D deficiency and may able to be corrected if you give vitamin D supplements. Now, when this trial came out, follow up to 5 years, and it is a randomized controlled trial, and all of them in the group where they received vitamin D received about 2000 international unit, because previous studies have shown it's only a high level of vitamin D supplement can able to protect against cancer and cardiovascular disease. So to accommodate this finding, they took 2000 international unit given to this group of patients and followed them up to 5 years. And when they looked at the result, whether you are taking vitamin D or taking a placebo, not taking vitamin D, the incidence of cancer, the incidence of specific cancer like prostate cancer, colorectal cancer and breast cancer, and specific death because of cardiovascular disease, because of heart attack or stroke, did not change in both the group. This shows there is a conclusive evidence when this observational trial or got into a randomized controlled trial, larger randomized controlled trial, vitamin D supplement did not show any benefit in reduce the cardiovascular death or death because of cancer. So the evidence that vitamin D supplement can able to prevent this is lacking. So vitamin D or if a patient or a young adult who are not a patient taking vitamin D under the assumption that that is going to prevent the occurrence of cardiovascular disease or cancer death in the future, has not have any evidence to take vitamin D. So vitamin D supplement for a healthy adult who have normal level of vitamin D is not required. The vitamin D requirement as a supplement can be given only in patients who have severe deficiency of vitamin D in the blood because of they have other diseases, or because of malabsorption, or because of multiple drugs or disease which prevent them having high vitamin D in the blood.